day, I'm Lorraine Mendez, and this is your JIS News for Tuesday, December 7. The Ministry of Housing and Urban Renewal says informal settlement surveys have been completed in 8 parishes. Portfolio Minister Pernell Charles Jr. gave the update during a recent sitting of the House of Representatives. The comprehensive study will provide the state with data on land settlement and use practices to inform its decisions on the creation of sustainable, inclusive communities with affordable housing options. A national policy on informal settlements will also be realized from the survey.
The ministry is engaged in a series of stakeholder consultations on the first draft policy, having completed consultations with internal stakeholders and some communities. In short order, consultations will continue with the remaining municipal corporations and other stakeholders, including private landowners and members of the legal fraternity.
Community-based projects of the Bureau of Gender Affairs and 7 local organizations responding to gender-based violence are being boosted by a $21 million donation. Canada Fund for Local Initiatives CFLI presented the donation to Gender Minister Olivia Grange yesterday. It will help victims and survivors of gender-based violence access safe spaces and provide them with entrepreneurship opportunities, skills building, mental health services and counseling.
Like the Government of Canada, the Government of Jamaica, through the Bureau of Gender Affairs in my ministry, remains committed to strengthening civil society as critical stakeholders to Jamaica's development, providing greater protection for women and our girls.
Minister Grange says the 8 project recipients, including the Bureau of Gender Affairs, will implement activities to address social and economic issues resulting from the pandemic for the 2021 to 2022 period. Meanwhile, High Commissioner of Canada to Jamaica, Emina Tudakovich, says it's representative of her country's commitment to help fight gender-based violence in Jamaica.
Today we have come together to share and to build on the important work we've been doing, to understand the evidence and build the partnerships and platforms the sector needs to accelerate action and enhance the collective impact of work.
The Ministry of Health and Wellness has approved the administering of booster doses of COVID-19 vaccines to healthcare workers and persons 60 years and older starting December 13. The move follows Cabinet's approval of the Ministry's completed evaluation and benefit analysis on giving additional doses to key members of the population. A booster dose of the Pfizer and AstraZeneca vaccine is being offered 6 months or more after the completion of the initial 2 doses. The single-dose Johnson & Johnson's booster shot can be taken 2 months or more after the initial dose. In a release Monday, Health and Wellness Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton said the additional doses would ensure that the health system was not burdened by increased risk of transmission among the targeted population. Meanwhile, the ministry is reminding the public that an additional dose of the COVID-19 vaccine is recommended for moderately to severely immunocompromised individuals. This will be an additional dose of a COVID-19 vaccine already received and should be administered 8 weeks after the last dose. Jamaicans who have received their first of a 2-dose COVID-19 vaccine are also being encouraged to complete their vaccination series. The Ministry of Local Government is looking at allowing visits to infirmaries by fully vaccinated family members during the Christmas season. Portfolio Minister Desmond McKenzie made the announcement during his ministry's Community Month workday at the Trelawney Infirmary recently. He says government is also considering a vaccine requirement for new entrants to the island's infirmaries once admissions resume.
What we are looking to do whenever we take the decision is that once we start to readmit persons to the infirmaries, one of the conditions that will be laid out is that new cases coming into the infirmaries must be fully vaccinated before they will be admitted to the infirmary. We have to do that to safeguard the welfare of the population in our infirmary.
The minister says visits to the infirmaries will also be limited based on appointments, and persons must have a negative COVID-19 test taken within 72 hours of their visit. And finally, vendors at the Pineapple Craft Market in St. Anne are almost 100% vaccinated and should be getting businesses from both cruise and stopover arrivals in the coming months. President Claire Bruce says 55 of the 60 vendors have been vaccinated.
We try to have our protocols in place. We are vaccinated, we have cleaned up our market, and we are ready for business.
Ms. Bruce was among several other traders who came together on the weekend to clean up the market for the winter tourist season. During the exercise, Executive Director of Jamaica Vacations, Joy Roberts, said tourism stakeholders were in discussion with transport operators and other local entities to see how best they could assist the process of getting business to the craft market.
Because of the offerings they have, because of the energy that they put into ensuring that they're offering the optimal experience, the cruise lines have taken a look. Right? The operators, the tour operators have taken a look. So already I think they have 2 tours. And just yesterday, I spoke to a tour operator who has gotten a new tour. And she now wants to add Pineapple Craft Market. She has spoken to the cruise lines already and will add a stop here.
And that's it for JIS News today. I'm Lorraine Mendez. Thanks for watching.